Welcome to Peck Brothers. This week on Pimp My Mini Truck, we're making this thing do tow truck things. Hopefully by the end of this video, this boom will pick up the front end of a vehicle.
Nice.
This right now is just the bare bones of the whole idea of the boom. This thing needs winches, it needs bracing, it needs chains, it needs a whole lot of blood, sweat, tears, and love. And that's what it's gonna get today.
The last few videos we've been trying to get this thing running and driving, but we're waiting on a whole bunch of parts, so the next biggest thing is to get this boom working.
We've been getting a ton of people comment on how our boom is just going to break off the first time we use it. And I don't know if people thought we were just going to run it with the 3 tacks that's holding it together. But they still could be right. We don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. We might be eating our words with this thing should, well, yeah.
What?
Anyway. We might be eating our words and this thing could possibly break as
There's a good possibility.
yeah. I can't get it out. I don't know what the deal is.
There's a million ways to get a boom like this to raise and lower, but we thought the best way for this truck would be to use winches. So Warren sent us out 3 Xeon 12,000 pound winches, Motobuilt sent us all the winch plates we need, and Factor 55 supplied all of the fair leads and the winch hooks.
The winch on the mini truck's better than the winch on my Jeep.
No, we're gonna need quite the battery to run these things.
You've got some of the best companies out there that actually want their products on a Chinese mini truck. I feel like that's kind of cool.
Nothing but the best parts for the mini wrecker.
Guys, I gotta be honest with you. Alex dropped the ball this week big time. Me and Caleb were down fabricating some parts on the LJ, and he was here, supposed to be working on the mini truck, and he didn't do anything.
We're gonna let him explain his alibi, and you let us know if we should give him a warning this time or if we should write him up.
You've got some explaining to do.
Okay, hear me out. First of all, I'm sorry.
Good.
Second of all, it might not happen again. But hear me out. The weather was amazing when you were gone, and I wanted to go fishing.
So you fished for 3 days.
Well, not exactly. I couldn't find a fishing pole, so I downloaded Fishing Clash.
A fishing game?
Yeah, it's freaking fun. You can fish in areas all around the world. What you do is you pick one of your lures, depending on the fish you want to catch, you cast the line out, and once you hook the fish, you got to keep your line in tension. You can't be too tensioned and you can't be too loose or else you lose the fish. It's actually a lot harder than you think. And look, we caught a sheep sheed. I've never even heard of that. There's also player versus player dueling options that makes it get a lot more competitive. I've been trying to upgrade my rods and lures to help me get a better chance of winning when I'm playing in these competitions. The cool thing is, Fishing Clash is an official sponsor of Major League Fishing. Support our channel by downloading Fishing Clash to your mobile device for free, using this QR code or go to the link in our description. Make sure to use our special gift code PECKBROTHERS to get a $20 value reward and extra upgrade. Just click on this blue tab up in the corner, click gift codes, type in Peck Brothers to receive your unique avatar, mythical lure card, more weight power-ups, and extra luck power-ups, so you can start catching bigger fish.
Thank you, Fishing Clash, for supporting our channel and sponsoring today's video. While you guys are downloading Fishing Clash, we're gonna make Alex do overtime on the mini truck.
I gotta run and go get some steel for the boom, so I will see you guys in a sec.
While he's going to get all the steel we need for the boom, I'm gonna start welding on this thing.
When we first put this thing together, we really just tacked the whole formation into place.
It was really just kind of a temporary thing to make sure that we liked the look and we liked everything about it. So now that we know that that's what we're gonna stick with, it's time to throw some bubble gum in it. This thing fits like a freaking glove. A tight glove.
It's like your hands in a size extra small.
Yeah, exactly. They still fit, but it's just tight.
Where are you going?
Go in a circle here. Jeez.
Nice job.
Thanks.
Okay, I can't take it anymore. I've got to cut this off it every time I'm in the shop. I look at that, it drives me nuts. It's in our thumbnails, it's in our videos. I'm gonna fix them. Our plan here is to have plenty of clearance, kind of about where my black lines are is what I'm thinking. I'm gonna cut it and I hope I don't ruin it because you can't really get these just anywhere.
They're irreplaceable.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do my best to get it the first time. The nice thing is you can run your fingers along here and not cut them. They're not sharp because we bent that in like the factory would all the way up to the top.
Dude, that looks like it was made for that right under the light like that.
It was. This truck was made for 43-inch tires. All right, here's a finished product. I mean, I wouldn't call it no professional body work guy. It'll work for the mini truck.
All right, here's the boom and what it looks like on the truck right now. The idea here is to figure out how to get something to extend this boom out because the end of it is about a foot away from the truck because Alex measured it wrong. So since we have to deal with this problem anyways, we're gonna make it so we can extend and retract the end of the boom. Because if we don't, people are gonna laugh at us. So after we build the extend-a-boom on here, we're gonna have to figure out how to mount the winch and then run a line up to some sort of thing we haven't figured out what to do here, and then down to a hook so we can pick up Alex to lift him up and down.
As you can tell, we're pretty much engineers around here.
So Braid has a surprise and he's about to walk through the door and you can't see it until it's fully in here.
Am I gonna get hurt?
I'm not gonna tell you.
No matter. I actually like surprises. I just hope that oh, there he is. He's right there. Okay, there's nothing in the back of his truck, so it's not big.
You're gonna have to stand with your back to the door because I
Okay.
don't trust you.
Okay, I won't. I'll close my eyes.
Here, you're gonna have to come forward.
It's gotta be big then. I don't have to cover my eyes. I guess I
Nope,
got
still
my back.
nope, still cover him. Just in case.
I can't. Okay, tell me when to turn around.
Oh.
Ah, tell me when to turn around. Tell me when. Can I turn around?
All right.
I feel like I'm gonna.
Wait, hold on. Are you good, Braid?
I'm ready.
All right.
Oh my gosh, dude! To the boom.
Yeah, look how sick.
Oh my gosh! Are you kidding me?
Oh.
Mini wrecker!
Oh.
Oh my gosh, dude! Look at dude, that is. Dude, this is laser cut.
Oh yeah, that is.
Oh my gosh!
Look how good that fits.
This kind of gives it that like backhoe arm look that we were going for. It's so cool.
Dude, I literally can't believe it. Like, I can't even believe it.
I think this literally took the hillbilly right out of it.
It did.
Actually makes it look like it was meant to be.
And the best part about it is now we don't have to go and make 9 million braces.
I freaking love you guys.
You
dude.
weren't expecting that, were you?
No, heck no.
All right, I didn't know Brady was going to be back that fast, so we didn't get to explain where we're at. But we just got our sleeve cut into the boom, and we actually got the second sleeve inside, and that's going to be what's going to go in and out. So now all we got to do is make some sort of bracing across the top or across somewhere that will help it so this can never bend up or down, and it makes it super sturdy. And we didn't want to weld that in because I knew Brady was showing up with these, and I didn't want that. You know, you'd be able to see the brace behind that. So it's kind of been a mess. But now everything's here, and we can get it all mocked up. 5 hours ago, we were way behind where we needed to be. And as you can see, all three of us just jumped on this thing to get it done. It is 1 a.m. We're finally to the point where we need to be. And we're going to show you guys all what we did.
The first thing that I did was I mounted the winch, and that might not look like a lot, but there's actually a lot more than you think went into it. It's kind of kicked back on an angle so it's directly pointed up at the fair lead, as well as made supports for the winch mount, pushed it as far forward as we could. It had to be low enough to be able to get it out, because we got side panels that we can't just slide it out sideways. I also mounted these supports in between the upper rail and the lower rail to keep them spread right where we want them, and tied this cross member into these two to bring all of that together, as well as support this main extension beam.
I feel like I was working the same amount of time Braid was, and he did way more than I did.
Yeah, no kidding.
All I got done was I tied in all 4 of those tubes, actually 5 of those tubes, tied them in so it all looks like one unit. And that took just as long as what Braid did. So I feel like I did nothing. All right, Cabe, show them what you did.
Well, I did a lot of the filming, but I built the extension part of this boom, put the Factor 55 fair lead on it, and then made this whole thing so when we got a lot of pressure coming down on this, it's going to want to kind of push all the pressure back. So I made these huge 1/4-inch gussets, and this is a 1/4-inch piece of 3.5 by 3.5 square tube. So I don't think it's gonna go anywhere when the winch line is up over this, hanging on whatever we're pulling. Obviously, to tie this whole thing together, the winch line is gonna come from the winch over there, up through this fair lead, and then be hanging whatever it is that we're pulling. It's not completely done though, because we do have to put holes in this thing to be able to roll this extension out and then be able to put our pin in so we can, you know, pull whatever we pull without this thing falling out. But it's probably good enough to lift something up.
I guess we're going to find out tomorrow.
All in all, when all 3 of us are cranking on this thing, it gets done fast. I mean, this is way further than I thought we were going to get tonight.
Yeah, for all the people that say that we talk way more than we work,
Yeah.
take a look at that pile of grinding dust.
That's only about half it. The rest of it's in our lungs.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, that's not good at all.
The amount of steel that is in dust right here is insane.
I'm pumped to get those side plates on tomorrow.
Same here, and to see what this thing is able to lift up. All right, it is the next day, and the next step on this thing is we have a couple little spots on the CNC braces that we have. We got to trim a couple of pieces and then get these puppies tacked on. And honestly, at that point, it's ready to go on, isn't it?
I think we should probably do more than tack it if we're going to lift something.
It's a good point.
I like that. That's true. And obviously, after we get those on and the boom back on, we're going to have to build some bracing for the headache rack, because the way it is now, I don't know if it's going to want to hold Alex's entire Jeep like suspended 9 feet off the back.
The goofs that built that thing built it out of like paper thin metal. So we're going to have a word with them.
Yeah, it got built out of 1/8 inch, mostly because it was easier to work with. We didn't think about it at the time. The positive thing is, though, is if it rips this thing off, that will be a way freaking funny shot, and it'll be extremely entertaining. And we can always go back and build it out of 3/16 or 1/4.
You know those pieces didn't fit perfect because your template was wrong.
Well, next time we do it, you can do it.
Oh, I'm at it.
To be honest with you, I wouldn't even have thought about taking them to a laser. I'd have had the grinder out for sure trying to do it.
So we've been calling this our Chinese mini truck for ever since we got it. And a lot of people in the comments have been telling us that we don't know what kind of truck we've got. But if you look at the stamp on the truck itself, it literally says made in China, and the model is mini truck. So I think it's safe to say that this thing came from China, and it's a Chinese mini truck.
This puppy is finally ready to go on the mini. What was that? Oh. It's finally ready to go on the mini truck. The problem is this thing weighs like 900 more pounds than it weighed the first time, and it dang near took 3 guys to get it off originally. Brady gave an estimate on the weight of this thing. He's saying 350. I think it's upwards of like 600. But we did put some vinyl behind this. This is some of the wrap from Alex's Jeep. So now you can see kind of the idea of what it's supposed to say, what it's supposed to look like. It's not super permanent, but that's the idea. Brady also drilled out this flipping like 2-inch thick piece for these pins to go in. So now we don't have to worry about this thing sliding all over. Crap's getting checked off the list.
Full disclaimer here, though. I measured twice, drilled both holes, sanded it all down, went and slid it in. Didn't fit. So I got to drill 4 holes through a 2-inch piece of round tube, but that was a lot of fun.
The drill press is dang near wore out now. Even, I guess it was probably pretty much wore out before, but it's on its way out now. Dude, this thing's so much heavier. You ready? Holy flip. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. Dude, that looks sick.
Got our pins.
1, 2, 3, go!
Oh! More! 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 Good.
Oh my gosh. Oh, my shoulders. That was a freaking buttload of work, but here's where we're at. We've got these supports for the headache rack all welded in and done, and that's gonna make it so this headache rack can't like bend back because it's holding all of the weight of the boom. And attached to these, because they're a little bit thicker steel, are tabs that are holding our chains attached to the D-ring on top of the boom. And a little bit into the future, we're gonna have a winch that's going to lift the boom up and down, but when we've got everything hooked up, we're gonna let the tension off of the boom and let everything just ride on the chains. That way it's not snapping back and forth on the drum of the winch. The chains aren't exactly done. They're kind of temporary. It's just a bolt holding them in there. We're gonna come up with some sort of solution that we can put tension on them and make it so it's really easy to do quickly. We also have the Xeon winch fully installed, all of the synthetic line in it, and we actually haven't set this boom down on its own weight with the chains. So we're gonna set it down and watch and see if that headache rack has any sort of nasty tension that looks not good.
Yeah.
Oh. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it moved. It did move. If as long as it doesn't break, it's gonna work fine. I mean, that's not bad.
It's not good either.
Oh.
Alright, if we try to pick up something super heavy, this thing's just gonna fall to pieces. Mainly because we need a piece that goes from here down to the frame, because this whole thing is flexing when we're putting weight on this. So we can't pick up anything like super heavy, but this thing's got to pick up something in this video. So we're going to pull this thing out of the shop and see if this thing will actually lift something up.
Uh-oh.
I love this thing.
We don't have any brakes.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
This truck hasn't seen very much sunlight since we tore it apart, so it's kind of cool to see it outside.
Hey,
Wow!
it don't even care. Let's go. I mean, it don't even think twice, man.
Dude, that is cool.
All right, get on it.
There we go.
What are you, like 350?
Pushing 400 now.
380?
After lunch. Whoa.
This is R&D, dude. Let's go.
Oh, if this truck ran, I would just throw it and drive and floor it.
Oh yeah, we'd go for a ride.
The good thing is now we know we can recover motorcycles.
And we can haul 4 people now.
Easily.
Out of the truck. Oh! How does the truck thing?
We got to do some R&D
You
here.
gotta follow. Oh my god.
Fred, watch the truck.
If I'm not worried about that, I'm worried about that clamp up there.
Watch the truck and see if,
That's-
you can find something that's wiggling that
That's
shouldn't be wiggling.
that's my wife's dirt bike.
Oh,
I'm not worried about Alex at all.
don't tell Kieran. I think the R&D went pretty good. I was expecting it to break. Okay. Hey. Alex. Hey. 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 Set me down. I'm serious. Set me down. I'm serious. Ow, my freaking head.